now, without further ado, prepare your minds, your hearts, and your spirit to receive what God has given our pastor to give to us. Amen.
Amen. Come on, praise God. Praise the Lord. No, I'm probably not doing much, but God gonna keep you covered. You may be seated. Praise the Lord. As I was in the praise and the worship, y'all listen to me. Praise team, youth. I heard him say this, and you all listen to me good. He said, if we get on one accord, and what do you mean on one accord? When your back hurt, or that little illness, or that little problem occur, he said that you are well able to push it aside and get to church and be on one accord.
Amen.
He said, you watch him when we do this. Now that's what he spoke to the praise team. Now this is what he spoke to the members. He said, likewise. So that means if we do the same thing, Mother Hall, then everybody is on what? One accord. So he said, we got to push our way. All you got to do is look at the news. We got to push our way to be on one accord. Now, that's a commandment that I just got from the Lord. Now, watch this. He gave me the scripture. That's why I was flipping the page to find exactly what he's saying. Now, watch this. Go to Exodus right quick. Go back, I want you to read it. Exodus 15th chapter. Now, pull up 25 and verse 26. Read it, prophetess.
Then Moses cried out to the Lord, and the Lord showed him a piece of wood. He threw it into the water, and the
No, Exodus, what year, dear?
15.
15, wait. No. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. All right, I really don't, but that's okay, read it. Y'all didn't want that part. That's okay, because this part of 25 anyway. I want to concern, there the Lord issued a ruling. Okay, that's okay, go ahead and read it. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm saying, because if you look at it where it says that into the water, and the water became fit to drink, there the Lord issued a ruling. Okay, that's the part I want. Okay, so y'all listen now.
There the Lord made a decree and a law for them, and there he tested them. He said, if you listen carefully to the voice of the Lord your God, and do what is right in his eyes, you will pay attention to his commands and keep all his decrees. I will not bring on you any of the diseases I brought on the Egyptians, for I am the Lord who heals you.
You hear that? No. Now, I just spoke. For who?
The voice of the Lord.
See, you gotta listen. I just spoke for the Lord. He told me to tell the praise team. I just said that. Now, that was not part of my message. That's what that's what he told me to say. And I just said that. He said, and likewise to the congregation. Because he's not going to have us on different paths.
Amen.
We must be on one accord. We ought to be happy that God is speaking to us in this place. Now, as I was sitting there, Sonia, I talked to you last Sunday, and I said, Lord, I looked out and saw your mama. And I said, where's my little daughter? Then you walked in. I said, Lord, thank you. So, that same word, decree, is to you. I thank God for you push your weight.
Amen.
And you know we talk.
Praise the Lord.
I thank God that you push your weight. Now, I got that other way. No matter Josh, no matter Ty, all the youth over there, let me tell you, the devil is going to come after you all also. Because when he can't wear out the pastor, he get the next thing close to the pastor. Watch this. Where are we going today, praise God? Listen. Let me give you a little something here right quick, so you know what we're talking about. Continue from the jump start and the bad information. Before Sister Cherry preached, that was the message. Jump start and bad information. I told you it would be continuation. Now last week I didn't do that. I just piggybacked off Sister Cherry because there was so much in there that I wanted you all to make sure you didn't overlook. So I just piggybacked. So let me tell you what's happening here. Sometime in our life, we all tell our story. We all got a story.
Amen.
Every last one of us has a story. But we cannot dwell, Brother Josh, on our story, because if we did, we would never move into the future.
Yes. Amen.
Oh, y'all not here.
Amen.
If I sit up here and talk about all the problems that I had that my mother didn't raise me, my grandmama took care of me. I'm just giving y'all a parable. And all that I worked out there in the field, I done plowed, we had 40 acres of land, and I did. If I continue to dwell on that, UBC wouldn't be birthed today.
Amen.
Because I could never see God, because I'm continuing clouded with my past. But that's my story. I can go back, Brother George, and look at my story, but I'm not going to stay stuck on my story. I'm going to move in the future.
Yes.
Because of the plan God had for me is not back here.
Yes. Glory.
It's up here.
Amen.
So I'm not going to dwell back here in the story, because if Moses had dwelled in the story, he never could have delivered God's people out of Egypt. Oh, listen. I told you bad information. Girl, you hold on to what went on in the past. No, you don't. Bad information. It's okay to remember your story because it's your story. It's your life.
Yes.
But it's past tense. What do you have for the future? I don't want them old cars that I drove back there with. Didn't have enough money to put a muffler on. I took a pop can and cut it on both ends. Oh, come on. I'm telling y'all the story. It's a story. I cut the pop can at both ends, got me some C-clamp, and I connected. Come on, Cosell. You know what I'm talking about. Hey, come on, Brother George. But it's my story because I wanted to drive, and if I didn't do that, the police were going to give me a ticket, and I'm going to get some points on my life and maybe take my life. That was my story. But I'm not going to stay there because I'm glad God moved me from there, and now I got a van. But if I had to stay there, Lord, I said, I want to give you a new van. No, Lord, I want to keep that old car. I want to continue to crawl up on it. And plus, I was young then, Lord, so you ain't young. But I still, at 60, I want to be able to crawl up on there and put a can on. No, I do not. It's my story, because I can never forget it, but I ain't going to dwell in it. So I want y'all to hear me. That's why I say I got to bring this back next week. I'm just going to brief you all on it, but I'm going to give you enough because you're going to have the basic part. So, everybody here got a story.
Yes.
John, don't you have a little story? I know you do.
That's
That's your past. And some of the stuff that we went through, we don't even want to think about no more, but we still go back and say, I remember when my mama didn't do that for me. Why are you going back there? Why are we going back there? And God said, I'm trying to give you new territory, new land.
Yes.
But I want that old stuff. It's the same way when we keep bringing the law. The law couldn't keep us.
Yes.
God said the law we could not keep. That's why he sent Jesus. He didn't dwell, oh God, hallelujah. He didn't dwell on the old stuff. He sent us some new stuff. He sent Jesus to die for us. Because we couldn't keep the law because everybody was going to hell.
Yes.
So he didn't dwell on it. He sent us some new. So bad information. So I said, if you do, you will never move into the future. That's why each one of us need to have a jump start. If we do not have a jump start, we will dwell on things of old. So remember I said, there's got to be a jump start. Now, your jump start is not going to be my jump start. My first jump start was God said to me, watch this, I didn't share this with you, I'm going to share it now. I've been dealing with this roof since I bought the church. But if I had not listened to God, I never would have bought the church. Who wants to buy a building that's already leaking? Y'all didn't really hear me. In my natural, I never would have bought this building, Sister Sonia. Never, Mother. I'm a little educated. Cause I do have a little, cause you ain't going to, Sonia, you going to buy a house and it's leaking all the way in there, and then it says $100,000, and then guess what? You ain't got no bathroom, no toilet. You gonna buy that? You gonna buy a house? No, no, you're not. But if God said buy, you ain't got no choice but to buy. So when I came looking at this building, and I saw these leaks, my wife walked right in here. There used to be some chairs right there where you at, and guess what? The water fell right on my arm. They said, oh, we had a new roof put on. I'm just showing you that. She said it's a leak. They just put a roof on.
I said, that water just dripped on me.
I said, bring me the receipts then. Since you want $100,000 for this bill, bring me the receipt. Couldn't produce it. Because I said, there's no new roof. I said, well, guess what? I'm going to go up there and climb up there and see. They don't want me on the building. But it wasn't about the roof. Because you know what? God said, purchase it. So you know what? All my little education I had, Sister Dallas, all my little knowledge about construction, all that I know about roof, God threw it out the window. He said, don't mean nothing to me because my ways are not your ways and my thoughts are not your thoughts. So, I bought the building. Now, I said, wow. He said, there are buckets already up there. Keep the little buckets up there. You go ahead and remodel the building. We're going to have church. Now, going back to the vision, he jump-started me. Watch this. I shared with you, I said, I'm not the same person I was since Sister William been dead. Remember that? God changed my life. You're probably going to see a different preaching in me. It's already been there in me. I just never went that route because I've been so busy trying to teach and preach in between to make sure I get the people what they need. Now, I went up in the attic level. First time I went up there, when the accident happened to me, I fell through right there. Is that the hole right there? Holy Spirit said, Satan tried to destroy me again. But God caught me. All God was allowed, listen to this, God will allow Satan to buff you. To put things on your sitting. They were too powerful in the earth, God and Satan. So if God lets Satan have free reign to you, he can beat you up. That's what he did to Job. Is that not right? So did it not be Job? Well, God, why you didn't stop it? God said, I don't want to stop it. I want to get some glory out of it. That's why Job said, for God I live, for God I die. God give it and God take it. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Job, I lost my wife, my cow, I left everything. Job said, blessed be the name of the Lord. So God allowed all that to happen to Job, so Job could be the Job we read about today. Is to teach us that God will let Satan beat us up for his glory. So then I turned around, me and the wife came out here, it was raining. I said, oh my God, I gotta get that in church. Because I don't have anybody in here other than my son to sit up in that attic and get that water, to be skillful to walk on them little blades up there to get bucket. You don't want to realize how dangerous it is up here. But you got to have skills and knowledge. And that's because I taught him at 8 years old, handing out there walking on thin line, so he know what he's doing. So I wouldn't send nobody else up there. Even Deacon Solomon said, Pastor, you know, I go up and no. Not saying you don't, I know the trade. So I came down here and I climbed back up there, Brother Collins there, where I've been climbing for 6 years since we had the building. I put my knee on the top part to climb up. God shot a pain through that knee. Don't y'all listen to me. I said, oh, my wife was down here in the back. I said, oh. She's never happened before. But I've been slowful about getting moving on the roof. Why? Because we don't have all the money. God said, I'm trying to help you all. He said, don't you have some money? See, y'all don't be believing what I be telling y'all stuff. But because, oh God, but because I fear him.
Yes.
Didn't you just read about, he said, keep my commandment before I bring some disease in upon you?
Yes.
Did I not just read that? Guess what? I got a pain right now beside. Guess I don't need no disease.
Yes. Amen, Pastor.
Oh, God, listen. See, you know the problem is, I'm not talking about UBC. I'm just preaching to you all because I want them to have to. Don't think I'm beating you up. Because I don't want you to get beat up by God. Don't you know that if the people not fearing God, they're not fearing God.
That's right.
Because if we fear God, we will push the extra mile like Sunday school. He just told him, keep my commandment. He said, come and thou shalt have no other God before us. Why do you think that is turmoil? Let me tell you, we can pray all we want to, the word not going to get better. It's not. Because he said there will be no peace. Look at the dude. He said, don't sell that land. Oh, they told Israel, don't sell that land to the people there on Gaza Strip, to the Palestinians. He said, because I gave you that land. He said, if you do, they're going to tell you, they're going to bring about peace. God said, there will be no peace. And right now, they gave up that land, and they just did some shooting on there and killed some of the innocent people. Right off the Gaza Strip, the Palestinians. The very land God told them don't give them. But you know what? We don't fear God. Now God told them don't give them the land of my way. So why did you go against God? So when we go against God, there's a consequence.
Yes, it is. Yes.
So when that pain shot through my knee, I came down. I told my wife, I said, honey, I'll get this roof put on. Get this roof put on. So God, look here. And God being already worked things out. My wife didn't say, well, maybe you better go get a hustle something and raise some money. You ain't touching our money. I want you to listen. Because when you obey God, he already worked all them little blocks out the way.
That's right. Yes.
See, all them little things that going to cause problems for God not to fulfill what he told me, he already worked out. He already conditioned co-pastor Hart. Her mind, so when I tell her, she said, praise the Lord. But the point is, I had to be jump-started by a pain that God shot through my head. So the devil, I ain't never had a pain like that. Mother, let me tell you, I can't even explain it. But let me tell you, John, that thing hurt me. I hollered back, oh! My wife probably thought I'd fall.
I did.
See, when God want to get us from A to B, but he says, see, you keep dwelling in the past. Oh, y'all better hear. See, the past was, oh Lord, you gonna send me? God said, I told you in the vision. He said, go up into the lumber yard and bring down the lumber, and I will take pleasure in building the church. He said, the roof will have laid the foundation, he will fill it. That's not some natural part, is spiritual. Natural, I told you I had to build a building, right? Did I tell you that? So when you gonna finish the roof, Pastor? See, you gotta understand, when God gives you something, it's okay. He gonna bring back your story.
Pastor, can I say one thing?
Yes.
See, if he didn't already gave you instruction, you say do what that about your wife. You keep telling me you can't go out of town. Because it's my rain. You gotta go empty the water.
Now see that?
Get the roof off.
Look what she told me there.
You ain't gonna listen to me.
I'm gonna deal with that in a minute. I'm gonna deal with that in a minute. Because what she said is true.
Yeah.
What she said is true. I'll tap on the end. Don't let me forget it. Because it's true. It's part of the story.
Yeah.
So I can't dwell on it, because if I dwell on it, then I won't move. So he said, you got to finish the temple. So what? He said, when are you going to get back to putting the roof on the church? He said, I said you got to rebuild the house of the Lord. When you purchased the building, it was leaking. I held it up. Let me tell you. And I'm saying, I come down here, see, I know it's God. Every time I come and check the water, now it's leaking everywhere. Now hear me, brother, I kid you not. The leak was just back here. I go up there, and look here. I said, hey, give me another bucket. It's over here. Hey, give me another bucket. It's over here. I said, baby, here's a new leak. It's over here. Then I move in the back. I done did my office like nothing in the office back here that I built. I go in there, Brother Carl there, it's leaking in there. I said, Lord, watch this. Still doing it with the past. Oh God, you gonna steal and y'all better listen to me, because some stuff we praying for, God ain't doing nothing about it.
That's right, man.
You better hear me. Because he got some things for us to do.
Yes.
Oh Lord, please sit in the wealth. He said, I've already given you some wealth. Now I can do two things. I can go get some of my money, or I can take the credit card and charge. God don't care. Get it done. See that all God. Then when you make that step, God will supply.
Yes.
See, I'm not worried about if I'm getting my, because God gonna make a way. I done seen it. God will send people on the street coming. I just want to be a blessing. I done seen it with Dr. Robert coming here. When God restored his faith, he come by Bible study and said, man of God, God just told me to give you a check, gave me a check for $1,500. That's just for you to restore my faith. So I done seen God break books, so that's not an issue with me. The point is, he had to jumpstart me. That's what he had to do. So now I'm jumpstart. I came to y'all and told you all that my jumpstart was to get back to rebuilding the church. The jumpstart was for to the members, was he said, the harvests are great and the labors are few. He said, pray that I send forth the laborers, which are the who? The disciples.
Yes.
And that's who you are. So I got to jumpstart you. Now watch this. Now, Sister Charity, I told you, I paid you back last week. Sister Charity brought the word and she came right out, same thing, jumpstart bad information. Don't you know she came to Bible study and he started with her. He brought a sickness on her stomach. She said in Bible study and co-pastor, Dr. Billups, sent to the store, got something, she knows she the herb lady, she doctored on her. Before she left, she was all right. You see? But that's what the devil do. We gonna suffer when we start preaching the word of God and cause people's life to be changed. Now, watch this. Go here. Go to Exodus, the first chapter, verse 12 through 14. Now watch this. I told you, today was, if you keep dwelling on your story, you'll never move in your future.
Exodus 12, and what passage?
Exodus, the first chapter, 12 through 14. But let me say this. Moses was, you all got to know the story. If you all don't know the story, you're going to miss what I'm saying. And I can't go back and read every scripture. That's why we need to come to church. If you're in that Bible study, Sunday school, you need to read your Bible and know what's going on, the scripture. That way, when I say something, you'll know what I'm talking about. Because if you don't know what I'm talking about, you're going to miss out on something. Amen? But I'm trying to make it plain as possible because God told me, make my words so plain that a baby understand. Now, Moses was the second in command to Pharaoh. Everybody know that story? Okay. But he killed one of the Egyptians and thought that no one saw him. Remember the story?
Yes.
We do some stuff and think God don't see us.
Yes.
But he's going to always have someone to expose us, not because he want to remember your story, but he want to move you into the future. What future? The plans I have for you. See, he said, I know the plans I have for you. Every one of us, God has a plan for your life. You can be in the wrong place, and the only thing you do is delay you from getting the things that God has for you. Because he's going to get you there if it means break your leg. He was going to get me on this, get started on this roof if it means shoot a pain. First he been warning me, oh no, Pastor Douglas, get back. Oh yes, Lord, I hear you, Holy Ghost. Slowly. But when he shot that pain, I got moving. Now, my wife laughed. He done shot some pains on her too. So listen. But he killed one of the Egyptians and thought that no one saw him. So one day he saw two of his brothers, which he thought his brothers was with him and trust him, which was Hebrew. It said, Hebrew brother fighting, and Moses said, you should not treat your brother that way. No, that's just me.
Okay.
And one of them said to Moses, what are you going to do? Kill me like you did the Egyptian? Moses didn't know somebody saw him kill that Egyptian. When they said that to Moses, you know, everybody knows what happened. He set to run for his life, right? He got up out of there. And he ran. Because he was afraid them was his brother, because he found out for them to front Moses like that. Moses said, you may go tell Pharaoh. So Moses took off. But guess what? All that was the plan that God had for Moses' life. Watch this. It didn't feel good. Can you imagine? They said that he was out in the wilderness, in the desert. He didn't know where he was going. That's when he ran into Jethro, his father, and God had him a family waiting there for him. He had him a wife and everything ready for him. Oh, see, y'all ain't listen to me. Tanisha, he maybe didn't like it, but he didn't know in the Midianites that his wife was there, and guess what? He was going to have a real serious encounter with the one that had planned for him. But Moses did not dwell on the past. But he had a story, but he said, I need to look for the future. Exodus. So you understand what happened there? So look like, look like sometimes we have to give up them little prestige, honor that people put on us. Like Pastor Billers, you know, I'm gonna use myself. You know, you ain't gonna take on the job being a pastor, or you a carpenter, and you got your own business and making some money. I mean, you ain't gonna let all that go on your pastor Billers. The pastors are people, right? And you know them people's hard headed. You know how people are. Pastor, you mean pastor, you gonna give up all your business that you done had over 20-some years to pastor a church? Well, sometimes you have to give up that prestige stuff.
Yes.
To get what God had for you. Oh, y'all better hear it. It wasn't easy. Even the prophet just warned me, but mother, I fought against it. That's why God said, when I drop him through that ceiling and break that foot, oh, Chris, he gonna get busy. Brother Kyle, I said, Lord, I think I'm ready. But then it took him to set me on my back. Almost killed me for me to say, I surrender. Please, you receive me. Don't y'all pay that price. Just hear God and obey.
Amen.
Please, because some of you all say, you know what you may do? You may cuss God out. Because you may say, I don't believe God lives. Now, I don't believe you real, because he won't help me. He won't deliver me. God will put some pains on you and act like he don't care nothing about you. All right? Come on, baby. Listen.
Starting 12.
Yes. Listen to this.
But the more they were oppressed, the more they multiplied and spread. So the Egyptians came to dread the Israelites and worked them ruthlessly. They made their lives bitter and with hard labor in brick and mortar and with all kinds of work in the fields. In all their hard labor, the Egyptians used them ruthlessly.
Listen. They may jump on you, Sister Dallas. They may try to destroy you, but guess what? You will always multiply. They may take your little car, but God will give you a couple cars. Oh, y'all ain't here. They didn't like the Israelites. Did you not read it? He said they put hard labor on it.
Yeah.
But they continued to multiply. How do you think God brought out when he sent, he only sent in the, what was that he sent in there? Was it 70? He sent 70 people into Egypt. And they multiplied to 2 million strong. When Moses led them out, he led 2 million people. Because guess what? God had plans for them. Yet they suffer. Oh, y'all believe it? Pastor may be something, my side even feeling a little bit better. But we may suffer, Sister Dallas, Mother Hall. Sister Opal, Sister Sonia, Josh, Joy, and the rest of the youth back there. But you may suffer, but you're going to prosper.
Yes.
That's what I need y'all to understand. Stop saying, why me, Lord? Why I gotta suffer? He done told you that. Jesus said, you will suffer for my name's sake. If you don't want to suffer, you don't want to go to heaven. Let me make it plain. Everybody want to go to heaven, but nobody want to die. Just like that. I ain't ready to die either. But I want to make sure if I die, I'm going to heaven. So you see there, they put heavy loads on the children.
Yes.
But guess what? God said, you don't know Satan. That's my plan. Abuse them. Woo, my God. Listen to this, saints. Listen to this. You better write this down and put it in your vocabulary. In order for God, oh God, Jesus, in order for God to come against people that mess with you, you got to give them a reason.
Yes.
See, God is so loving, he won't send just condemnation in there and kill people or send murders in there to destroy them. You got to give God a reason to come up against his anointing. So when they come up against the children, God said, oh, you're abusing my children. Put hard task labor, make them go out and make their own brick, their own straw. All this they did to God's children, the children of Israel. So God said, you just don't know. I want you to give me a reason to come in and destroy Pharaoh. That's what happened. The same thing happened, Josh. When people come up against you and you're in good standing with God, God will fight your battle for you.
Yes, he will. Amen.
You don't have to fight it. He'll fight it for you.
Yes.
But you got to be in right standing. And all God said, Josh, you may say, God, get some of me. Get some of me for what? I just don't like God, so I can't do that. So they did that to you. But I just don't like it. See, that's a problem with you. You need to come to me and ask me to help you and get delivered from your hatred. See, but when Sonya stole your money, talking about you, cussing out your family, stealing from, now God said, now I got a reason.
Yes. Thank you, Lord.
Oh, y'all better listen to me. Now I got a reason, Josh, to get her. Because what she did to you, she's wrong. And she touched my anointing, didn't know you were my anointing. This is why we better be careful how we treat people, because you don't know who is who. I remember one of the ministers came by the house and told me that. I said, wow, good information. See, good information, Brother George, and bad information, but this was good information. He said, Pastor, I went to a service, and the pastor said, you better know what you're talking about, because Nora could be in the service. In other words, what it means, you may be lying about the story of Nora, and he said nothing in there. Nora was a liar. Nora, he didn't really hear God. He didn't, but Nora was a good man, and Nora sitting right in the service. So in other words, he said, make sure you know what you're talking about.
Yes.
If you're going to talk about the Bible. Because if you lying on Nora might stand up and say, hey man, you lied, man, I'm Nora. So you talk about Noah, but I'm here. Oh my God, you know the story gonna change it. I didn't know you was here. Hey, well praise the Lord anyway, let's move on. That's what he's saying. You see what I'm saying? So, you see that? Now watch this, because I'm gonna move on, because I said I'm gonna let you know I'm serious. Watch this. Go to Exodus, the 3rd chapter, verse 2 through 5. Now, remember this. I just shared with you all, it's okay to have a what? A story. I say don't dwell on your story. But it's okay to remember, because you need to remember, so when God jumpstart us, we'll know what it's all about. See, oh, thank you, Holy Ghost. See, it ain't on my paper, but I heard the Holy Ghost. My wife said this. Listen to this. This is encountered in your past that you did not pass, get ready to be revisited back there.
That's right.
Because you did not pass it. So when I got up this morning, Mother Harbor, I got on the floor last night, Sister Gwen, because they say it's good sometimes when your back or your side to sleep on hot floor. So I got on the floor. The pain that shot through my side, I had this pain when I was 15 years old. And it wasn't from my kidneys because I was drinking pop and all that acid got in there. It would be a sharp pain that go around my back. I haven't had that pain since I was 15 years old. But let me tell you, I had it twice this week. I'm revisiting something that I didn't deal with 15 years ago. So, in other words, maybe God gonna either get Dr. Darlene to go get the proper herb. Y'all listen to me. I'm being real because I'm herb now. I don't take no medication. She already told me that when Auntie Nicole told her what to get, he said, and guess what it said about this? It said black seed oil. It said it's good for everything except death. Y'all hear me? So that means everything that's going on in my body, it would heal. But it can't stop death. That's the only thing it cannot do. So, with this pain, my wife said, I'm going to get it, we said Monday.
Today.
Oh, she said today. So, that means, in other words, I'm saying, George, it's a problem I had back then when I was 15 years old. It just made me just stop hurting, but guess what? It did not go away. And so God allowed the devil to use it against me. But God said, I'll allow him to do that to get you moving. Because I'm jump starting. So we have a story, but we can't dwell on it. Now let's see what happened to, I just shared with you all about what happened to Moses while he left Egypt. Because he had to run for his life. You all understand that? Now if Moses had a dwell on that, I wonder, UBC, could he have ever been the Moses that just did this? I'm not going to tell you what it is. You're going to read it for yourself. Let's go there and read it.
It started 2 passages.
Yes.
There the angel of the Lord appeared to him in flames of fire from within a bush. Moses saw that though the bush was on fire, it did not burn up. So Moses thought, I will go over and see this strange sight, why the bush does not burn up. When the Lord saw that he had gone over to look, God called to him from within the bush, Moses, Moses. And Moses said, here I am. Do not come any closer, God said. Take off your sandals, for the place where you are standing is on holy ground.
Watch this. Let me give you some little nuggets out there before I get to the main topic here. He called Moses' name twice. You know why he didn't call him 3 times? Because the Holy Ghost wasn't in the earth. So it only spoke for him and his son. Moses, Moses. And he said, Moses, Moses, Moses. For the Father and the Son. That's one thing. Now look here. Now keep in mind that God getting ready to send Moses on completing his assignment that was assigned to his life when they put him in that little boat and he floated on down, and one of the Egypt was that Pharaoh's sister, picked him up and had a Hebrew to care for. All that was God's plan. It looked at horrible when we think, oh, a mother took her baby. Yeah, you think it didn't hurt? But I know all she can do is say, Lord, let him get in the hands of somebody that will care for God. So you ain't got to worry about it. I got Moses' life already planned. Now look here. Now, we know Moses had to run for his life. Now look what happened. An angel of the Lord, appeared. Some of us having maybe visions, dreams. You don't really know what's going on. Keep in mind, no dream or vision is from Satan. They're all from the Lord. And I ain't talking about Tommy. No, that vision I had, I hit the lottery. So don't come in with that crazy, man. I'm not talking about that. Say the angel. So Moses, watch this. Moses saw that, he said, there an angel of the Lord appeared to him in a flame of fire from within a bush. Moses saw that through the bush was on fire, but did not burn up. Don't you know that had to be God for him to realize that the bush wasn't burned up? See, because, don't think you would say, oh, I would have seen that. That's a lie. Because you'd have probably been so caught up on the fire. You might have went and tried to put it out. You understand? But God had planned for Moses. Moses realized, he said, the bush did not burn up. Why? So God was getting his attention.
Yes.
Because he knew that right because of the wisdom and knowledge Moses had, he knows something else is in that bush other than just a natural fire. Because natural fire do burn what? Out. God kept that bush burning because God said, that will get your attention. And look what he said. Now, he said, Moses thought, now he said, just like us, when God's getting to deal with, why don't you go over to God? Now you say, how you going to do that? Go get this. I'm helping you with your visions and your dreams. Well, God is dealing with me and I need to go over, because I'm going to show you that you can't go to God any type of way. I need to go over to see what God is saying to me. So it said that Moses thought, I will go over and see that strange sight while the bush do not burn up. Now that he's doing that, Brother Kaiser, now God say, watch this. That means God said, I got his attention. He's focusing on the bush. And that's me in the bush. Now, let me give you some instruction why I got you attention. Got your attention. Look what he said. He said, when the Lord saw that he had gone over to look, God called to him from where? Within the bush. And look what he said. Moses said, here I am. We got to say when God called him, here I am.
Yes.
Come on. Isaiah talks about in the 6th chapter. He said, God said, who can I send? Isaiah said, Lord, send me. He said, but I'm wretched, I'm not fit. But he said, send me, Lord. None of us qualified to, keep this in mind, none of us qualified to do the work of the Lord. None of us. It's God approval. None of us. I don't even think I should be up here on Sunday morning preaching to you all. But it's God approval, not mine. Moses didn't think he qualified to deliver 2 million people out of Egypt. He said, I don't speak well. God said, then I make your mouth. I don't need you to speak well. I'll just speak what I tell you. God said, but I have put an assignment on you. So he says, Moses, and Moses said, here I am. Do not come any closer. God said, take off your sandals, for the place where you are standing is holy. I said that to say this. We can't come to God any type of way. Moses first had to humble himself like a little child. He had to accept the fact that he was running for his life. And he realized that right now, because it don't mention it here, he didn't dwell on, he fled. Fled for his life. He never dwelled on that. He only dwelled on that because he said, Lord, what would you have me to do? And when God put an assignment on us, you don't have to worry about can you fulfill it. Ask God to help you fulfill it.
Amen.
Because he is your source. He is your answer. So today, I'm going to stop. Done getting enough. So you had Jumpstart, bad information. Now you take that bad information, I'm going to give you to go home and think about it. We're going to conclude next week. But listen to this. Now Josh Young went here, but maybe they go on YouTube and find out about the bad information. Keep in mind, I said if you are bad, are you a car, and the car stopped running, it don't mean you're what? Oh, come on, church. Just because the car need a boost don't mean you're a bad car. It means the car is lacking some service. So you get a boost, car stops, you go to the service station, or gas station, or the dealer, wherever you need to go, or to the barber shop, wherever you need to go to have this car serviced. Once the car is serviced, Joy, Tanisha, the car now is in good standing. So what is yours? You got it now. You are that car. You in need of some service. Where your service at? Right here. You're in need of some words. You're in need of some scripture. Yeah. You're in need of some understanding. You need of some fear of reverence of the Lord. They say, Lord, what will you have me do? God said, will you obey my command? Will you obey the word that Pastor have given you from me? So this is what we need to understand. So just because UBC have not done everything right, do you think I would tell the Lord or Pastor that these are some cars that's no good? No. You all a good car. We just didn't lack of some service. So somebody got to jumpstart you. And so that's why I jumpstart you by saying, now God said, get the word down on the inside, because the harvest are great. There's so many people out here today, let me tell you what. There's so many people out here today, they lie to you when they tell you this. Hear me good. They say, I don't believe in God. Them people is looking for somebody. Amen. I'm telling you, but they don't want to tell you it's God. Believe me when I tell you. Because God had fixed it that way. If you got trouble, you ain't got to worry about it. Because if God will drop some problems on your life, will turn you upside down, his name will automatically come out your mouth. Because he made it that way. So we are in need of some service today. Keep in mind that it's okay for your story. Don't dwell on it. Every last one of us has some stories in our life that happen. We need to leave it back there. Leave it alone and say, out of that story, Lord, where are you trying to move me to? And I promise you, Josh, he'll take you there. I leave this with you, Brother Josh, and I hear the Holy Ghost say this to you. Me and you talked about some things and you said, and God respect me for this. You said, Pastor Biddles, I start a lot of things, but I don't finish. Amen? Well, you know what? That's your story. But out of that story, don't dwell in that. God, what is the plan that you have for me? Are you listening to me? That's your story. But if you're going to sit there and dwell on, I always start stuff. Amen. Never finish nothing. And you know what? I can see you doing that day after day after day after day after day after day. And I come by your house, you've been in that corner for 25 days. Dwelling on, I always got something. When you going to get out the room? There's plans that God has for you. You have to be jump-started. That's every person in here. And today, let go of your past. It's okay to reminisce. It's okay to go back there. But if you're going to go back there and get stuck, don't go back there. Y'all listening? Don't go back there. But if God take you back there, he only take you back there to remind you that, you know, you started to do this, Brother Josh. And that's the plan I have for you. So I only took you back there to say, this is what you had started. This is what I want to work on for you. But if you go back there and say, well, what about this and what about, then you're going to get stuck. You understand what I'm saying? He's going to take you back there just because it's okay to dwell on it, because he needs to take you back there so he can remind you this is the plans I have for you. But if you go back there, well, what about this? He tell you, I'm going to work on getting you a shoe store. What you want to do. But you say, okay, well, what about the car dealer? He said, I ain't never mentioned no car dealer. How you get to that? Well, okay, Lord, I just want to talk about the car dealer. So God lead you right there. Now you're stuck. Because you dwell on all this old stuff that God said. You ain't ready for the car dealer. You don't have $500,000. Amen? Come on, give God a hand. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. Come on, let's give us a little music. Amen. I promise you I was not going to keep you and let you go. I'm going to call the guy as soon as I finish. Tell him to come on down. But the reason why the devil's going to attack you all is because I have been jump-started by God. The roof is being put on. And that means God got some plans for us. And the devil don't want us to get these things that God has for us. But we're going to come together, say, every member here. And this is why I want to wait till the rest of the members come. But you already got the part of the message. This is what happens when you don't show up. They may call you and say what the word was on. You can't tell the story. Because it's not going to be like I said. But God has plans for us. And so we got to suffer to get those. You all pray for your pastors. Pray for my side. Pray for Sister Oprah. Evangelist, I'm going to see her today. The devil says she's still believing. And I called her before I came to church. That's why I was outside talking to her. It was late getting in. Because I'm trying to get her to say the same thing. I'm not going to dwell on the past. I'm going to look to the hills for where my help comes from. My help comes from the Lord. So I'm going out to see you all evangelists today. Y'all pray for you, evangelist. Pray for Sister Crystal. Yes, Brother Chris Mom. Pray for Sister Vicky. These are the people that the devil have attacked this morning. I don't know who else. Guys, you feeling okay? Mark said he's sick. Anybody else in here? Sister Sonia, who's that your brother with you, Sonia? I know I'm going to end the service real quick because I want to take him in the back. Me and him going to deal. He promised he's going to be back here to see me. I ain't seen him in a while. I'm so happy you're here with us today. Praise God. Glad to see you, my brother. Just messing with you. Amen. Look at what my wife said, don't threaten. But let me say this before I let them come down and take the offering. I said I was going to deal with this. Now, it's true what my wife said. I'm a man enough, and this is what we're missing in men today. I'm a man enough, when I do wrong, I can come forward and say I messed up. I've been using this church, and not that I would use it not to spend on money, so don't take me the wrong way. But the church was something that was holding something over my head, Brother George. I was afraid, Brother Hobb, to go out of town for a long period of time because I was afraid that if it rained, that the roof would cave in. The ceiling, not the roof, the ceiling in the sanctuary. So every time we go out of town, I tell the wife, oh, we can't go that far. I had to watch the weather. So my wife ended up suffering because of my slowness, being slowful. So I had to admit and say, Lord, help me in my shortcoming. So now, yes, she's happy. The roof is being put on. But Mother Hobb, Mother Boyd, y'all pray for me. Tell her don't put too much on your pastor. She may want to go and stay forever. So you make sure y'all pray for y'all co-pastor. Godzell, you better be careful, Godzell. You pray for your co-pastor. Because if you don't, she may be putting things in Sonia's ears. It means you both go suffer. Because Sister Sonia don't mind telling people, I love my co-pastor, because I tell you, she tell the truth. So me and you will suffer, brother. Yeah, we don't want to suffer for a long, long time. Amen, praise the Lord, but that's the truth. It's okay if we make mistakes. As men. Just correct your mistakes. That's all. She just don't know. I'm happy to get the roof on because you know what, Mother? I haven't had any peace when it's raining. It rained at night. Sometimes it come in at 2 o'clock. She dead asleep. See, this is what I mean. Yeah, she might be suffering because I wouldn't take on out of town for a long period of time. But I was suffering because every time I I'm in the bed, Lord, I'm not going to go down in the middle of the night. But if you make me get up, now I'll get up. And I grab my pistol too. I got a license. But I will shake my wife and say, hey, get up. I need to go down to the church. But I've been watching the roof for a while. So I know when it rains too hard, I need to come down. But if it's just raining, I know that it'll take about 8-12 hours for one of those buckets to fill up. So I sort of got it down pat a little bit. So thank God that the roof is going on, and let's continue to pray. Let's pray for Pastor because the devil's out to attack your pastor. Amen. Come on, Deacon, let's take up our offering. I'll be praying for me, and I'm telling you, you're going to suffer with me.